Yo, today I will show you who my top 10 current loopers are. So let's go. There are a few conditions. First of all, it has to be an active looper. So for example, you may know MB14 is one of my favorite loopers, but he hasn't been really active in the loop scene, so he cannot be in this top 10. 2, it's going to be loopers only within the beatbox community. That is, there are a lot, hundreds of thousands of loopers out there, musicians, you know, guitar players, keyboard players, singers, but I don't have any knowledge or few knowledge of this. I'm really sticking into the beatbox community loopers, so that's the second condition. Also, my top 10 is a combination of loopers whose music I really like and loopers whose maybe music does not really appeal to me that much, but they really impress me. So let's begin, and I'm really sorry for the loopers who are not in this top 10. I had a list of about 30 names before making this video, and I thought 30 was a bit too much, so I brought it down to 10. So I'm really sorry for loopers who I really like but that are not in this video, but you know, I could not put everyone. Let's start with the first one, and it's not from position 1 to 10 or 10 to 1, it's just random top 10. And the first one is just keep on. To be totally honest, Josh O is the first name that came to my mind when making this video. He constantly surprises me with his originality. I remember the first time I saw him, it was for the Online World Beatbox Championship. I saw his wildcard, it had like 100 views or something only. Immediately, I was living with Sarah at the time. I told him, look, you have to check out this video, you have to watch it, this is crazy. So he watched it and he loved it, and he even commented on the video. And 2 years later, Josh O is still surprising me all the time. He's just refreshing his style constantly, and his ideas, his creativity, his singing, his way of making music is just different and on another level. By the way, shout out to Sensei, who did a great documentary about Josh O recently, so if you have not checked it out, make sure you do, because it's really great. Up next we have
Up with them, I sweat to my tears, and it wasn't enough. No, it wasn't enough. I gave up with them, I sweat to my tears, and it wasn't enough. No, it wasn't enough.
Alright, Christoph, this guy just blows my mind. He's a crazy musician, he's got crazy ideas, and he is so talented and very skillful with the loop station. His tracks actually don't seem as if they were made on a loop station because they are constantly evolving and you don't really feel that it's loops going on. Anyway, I know recently he said he was not really interested in battling anymore, but I hope he will keep on doing battles because his style is perfectly suited for that. So, hope to see you again, Christoph. The third looper in this video is Galouche. I love this artist. Now, I've been following Galouche since a few years now. It took me a while to really fall in love with his style, but he amazed me recently with a couple of great tracks. Like, for example, his Online World Beatbox Championship wildcard, or more recently, his Upgrade Battle wildcard for Loop Insider. So, definitely want to watch in the future, and I'm sure he's going to do great things very soon. The next looper is Frosty. First of all, I really appreciate the man, and I really appreciate the musician also. He is such a hard-working looper, and in just a couple of months actually, he leveled up to becoming one of the greatest loopers of the beatbox scene. We've heard a lot from him in 2021, but I'm sure we're gonna hear a lot from him in the years to come still. The next looper in here, and I just had to put him, Robin. He just had to be in this top 10. I'm very happy for him because 2021 was really a good year for him in looping, and I'm happy for him because first of all, he's my friend, and a person who really inspires me. But I'm mostly happy because I never really understood why he was so underrated. So it's a good thing that people are finally having an eye on his music right now. Up next on the list we have PSN. I still think he is the most skillful looper out there. See, there's a lot of very good loopers out there who master the loop station technically like he does. But he's the one who, in my opinion, in addition to mastering the loop station like this, for me he's the one who provides the best music with it. He's also a really good musician, always looking for those little details that other loopers may not have seen. In his way of structuring his music, he reminds me a little bit of Christoph. I mean that his music, it doesn't seem as if it's made on a loop station because it's constantly evolving into something different. So when you listen to his music, you don't feel like you're listening to a loop track but a produced track, like on his software. Up next we have...
I had no tech and would just copy Gene and sung and smacked me in 2018. That's why my loops got so stupidly clean. But just I'm back and I'm better than ever. You never thought much, I just thought whatever.
Biscuit surprised me so much because if you remember a few months ago, I made a video with GBB predictions and I had him as a challenger for the GBB, seeing him as a top 8 but not as a winner. And then when arriving at the GBB, he made me listen to his tracks, and that's where I understood that he was going to be much more than a simple challenger. He's one of a kind really. He created his own style on the loop station. No one loops like him, and he is good in all domains. His beats are sick, his vocals, his rap, his flow, his drops, his music in general he's good everywhere. Next looper on the list is Dice still has for me the best GBB wildcard ever. I was expecting a bit more from him, especially in his quarterfinal against Chris at the GBB. But unfortunately, he had some sound issues. The conditions were very difficult for everyone, and unfortunately, he suffered a lot from this. But I want to see more from Dice because every time he drops a track, it is a banger. So I just can't wait to see his next video. His mix is crazy, his ideas, his sound designs, his music is great, so hope to see you very soon, Dice. Okay, 2 more, and the next one is...
I found a way, I don't know where it goes or when it ends, and that's okay, 'cause life's a game and I'm still learning.
KBA makes it look so easy. I remember checking his first wildcard. It was for GBB 2020, so it was in 2019. That's the first time I saw him, in 2019, and his wildcard for the GBB was one of my favorite GBB wildcards at the time. I thought he was gonna make it in the top 10. And now, 2 years later, he proved that he is a GBB looper and he really deserved his spot. I really love his tracks and the way he structures his music. He doesn't really care about the battle format. He's really making music for the sake of making his own music. And his songs are some that you can listen to on the daily. So I can't wait to see what he's got for us in 2022. The last looper on this list is going to be... I just had to put Ritmind because I know how difficult it is to maintain such a high level of looping throughout the years. He's been there just like me from World Champs 2018 and taking part each year in all the major competitions. And chances are we will still see him in 2022 competing at GBB. You know, loopers, they come, they go. Making it to the GBB is difficult, but it's even harder to stay up there for many years. He, just like Frosty, actually impresses me by the amount of work put into his loops. He is an amazing looper, one of my favorites for sure, since many years, one of my favorite loopers, and I'm really happy that I had the chance to share the stage with him And this concludes this video. I'm really sorry for loopers watching this who are not in the top 10. As I said, I really had a top 30 in the first place. I'm not gonna call any names because I don't want to make anybody jealous, but there are a lot of loopers that I truly love and respect, and maybe you will feature in the next video. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know who your current favorite loopers are, and I'll see you soon for the next video. Peace.